things are intensifying right here because workers were actually stationed at the Gautrain depot in Midrand, which is where their protected strike clause were actually applied. But basically workers have decided to intensify this because management keeps on saying that they will not go beyond the 8.5% that they are offering the workers. Workers are saying that they want the 10% and they will not back down. One of the things that they said before they left was also allegations of workers who are not part of the strike are actually getting incentives, and they said that they need to intensify their protest, which has led them to come to this station, which is the Sentence station, one of the busiest stations around Johannesburg. And what they are saying is that they are within the legal side in terms of intensifying this. They're saying that their protected strike also agrees that they can be in front of a Gautrain station, but not within 5 meters. And if we can just view that part of the Gautrain station, that's where they have drawn the line. The officials, some of the marshals from this protest are actually drawing the line, saying this is as far as the 5 meters go, but they can occupy any place besides the entrance, which we are here today to actually follow that and see how this develops. Management hasn't yet given us official word as to how they respond to this new development.
Now let's imagine that I either want to get on a train to go to the airport tonight, or if I want to get home and I want to go to Hatfield Station in Pretoria. Is that possible?
Well, as far as the strategy goes, if I was eavesdropping on a few conversations, they said that, if we come and bring Sentence to a stop, then we'll definitely halt all the services that have resumed. And that's their plan, basically, saying that they will stop operations by stopping this one busy Gautrain station, which is the important route, the route in between two. And the police are actually trying to take them to the other side of the road, but you can see just them negotiating with the police. The police want the marshals to move the protesters, but protesters insist that they are within the bounds of the law. But on what you just said, Jeremy, yes, they want to stop operations by stopping this particular one. As to whether they'll be successful in doing that, we are yet to see that.
So to the best of your knowledge then, are some trains running or not at all?
Well, trains were running, were expected to run from 4 o'clock, Jeremy, and for the peak time later this evening, when people, as you said, want to go home and want to go to their respective places. But with this, it begs the question, are the operations at the Gautrain station across Johannesburg and, of course, across Gauteng going to be operating? That's the question we are trying to find out. That's the development we are trying to keep an eye on. But these protesters are adamant that they won't continue if they close down this particular Gautrain station.
And have you had an opportunity this morning to talk to any of the passengers?
Well, I did speak to a lot of the passengers, and passengers were stressing how important it is for them to actually get this service, because it takes a lot of time to be stuck in traffic, especially for those who are working in Pretoria or those who stay in Pretoria and work in Johannesburg. They're saying it's practically impossible to actually go to work and arrive in time or on time when you are using other forms of transport, and therefore it is pivotal that they use the Gautrain. They said that even if there is disruptions here and then, the Gautrain doesn't stop at certain places, but it's still easier to use the Gautrain, and expressing a lot of frustration from the strike with a little bit of empathy for the workers. But they're saying that it's easier going around and getting around on a Gautrain than using any form of transport, and therefore they are hoping that this strike comes to an end as soon as possible.